to make a real rad video. I'm just saying right now.
Yes,
Have you ever met Seal? Have you ever met?
No.
No, we haven't
Okay.
had the pleasure.
Well, now you have.
So
You're
nice
welcome.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Legend.
Oh,
So wait, we all made it through the pandemic and we weren't able to do live shows. We weren't able to be out there. That was kind of hard for a lot of us artists, but you're out there now. So what's your favorite thing, like since you've been back out on the road? Like favorite city, favorite thing, favorite feeling?
Just being with the audience, a real audience. I just did a Jingle Ball iHeartRadio Arena tour. I did all 10 shows in the US and it was so cool, just night after night, arena after arena, and just like feeling the crowd.
Yeah.
And not being home through Zoom and, you know, even now with everybody here, it's great.
I know you forget, like you feed off that energy as a performer.
Yeah.
And we really got to know that when you're like all of a sudden doing like private shows or any kind of show like from a camera.
Yes, it was
It's
just,
weird.
It is weird because
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, I am stuck at home.
Yeah.
And how am I gonna connect?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot harder to do. So what things do you have to do before or after shows? Like do you have any like rituals or anything?
Oh man, this is tough because I do a lot of stuff with a lot of people all the time, but I always have Ava time carved out on
right
my
before?
schedule right before I perform.
Yeah.
So like everyone's putting my wires on and my mic pack and everything, and then I have 15 minutes to myself and I just kind of meditate, close my eyes and just like remember, you know, my name, what I'm singing, stuff like that.
I literally have 15 minutes carved out before I go on stage where I have my alone time. That's the same thing.
Really, isn't it the best though?
Because everybody's always around you. Even if you love them, you're just like, I just need a minute to
Yes.
breathe before I get out there.
And I'm the type of person where I do like, I really thrive through the chaos. I love it. I feel like my house is like in the sky sometimes because I'm barely even home in LA when I'm in LA.
Seat 3A.
So
yeah.
I'm actually more comfortable on tour lately, which is weird, but.
That's a young thing. That was me too.
But I still need, no,
Yeah.
but I still
Yeah.
need my Ava time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still need that carved in.
Do you have any like thing you have to do before you go on stage or after?
just balance. I just try and stay focused, and it varies. Sometimes there are people, I like people around, sometimes I like being by myself, but as long as I have that moment where I can kind of connect with that inner self and just establish some kind of balance. It could be 10, 15 minutes before I'm fine.
I think that you're like a naturally chill person. I think
I'm
people
not.
that are ADHD, I'm like, you sound very chill, and I'm like, I'm too ADHD, so that's why I have to carve out the time.
I'm not that chill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you are pretending really well right now. I'm
Yeah.
like, what does he do? Meditate? What should
I know,
do?
give us some tips.
I know, I was like, I could definitely use some of that help. But I want to talk about your new album. This is the coolest title. It's Diamonds and Dance Floor. So like, why is that the title?
Thank you. So Diamonds and Dance Floors was the first song on the album, one of the first that I wrote for the album. And at that time, I didn't have an album title. And it was called Diamonds and Dance Floors, the title track. And after I finished it, I was like, why does this feel so right? Especially with like starting in the pandemic, I wanted to be on a dance floor. That song, the title track is talking about like being in my kitchen and living room just dancing by myself, wishing I was feeling the rhythm and just bodies next to me. And so it just came about when I wrote Diamonds and Dance Floors.
I heard, so what's the song $1 Million Baby about?
It's about coming out stronger from a breakup I had.
I was like, a lot of people went through a breakup during the pandemic, and it was a hard time already, I feel like, for a lot of us. But then going through that and just feeling more isolated and more lonely, I think a lot of creatives like got to work in the studio because that's how that's our outlet, right? Is that kind of what this album is for you?
Oh, for sure. I would always say, I'm never talking about my personal life. I'm never gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm only gonna talk about how I came up in the industry. I'm gonna talk about female empowerment, and that's it. And then I died inside. And that was all I could write about.
Yeah.
That was all I could even.
But unfortunately, it's highly relatable.
Yeah.
Like people that can't write music, like maybe that's how they get through. Even before I started writing, that's how I could cope. That's how I could connect.
No, I see things differently.
cool.
Heartbreak is actually, yes, it's bad and negative, but it's also a good thing. And because you change, you grow stronger, you
learn about yourself.
You learn about yourself. You see life differently. You see people differently. You appreciate things more. I don't know. I came out from the other side like completely different, and to the point where I'm just like, do I get heartbroken again?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, don't worry, there's therapy
I don't
for that.
want to. I really don't want to. But
it is amazing. I always make this joke. I'm like, I only make good records when there's like sadness involved. Like it's hard to like write like it is a lot harder to write happy songs, I feel like. When you're writing about desperation or ache or sadness or just some kind of like thing to overcome, it's just more appealing to me.
It's
Well,
it's crazy. It hits differently, lyrics to me now,
yeah,
for sure.
I agree.